Hi guys, we are live. I'm back for another Saturday live stream, which is great. I'm glad I'm able to do this right now. My kids might pop into this live stream, so if they do, we'll see what happens live. I feel like normally I would start a live stream, talk about the day that I've had and the things I've been doing. But today feels like this needs to be a little bit different, and we need to talk about what's going on in the world right now. The world is hurting. There's a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, just a lot. And I just felt like in this live stream, it was really important to speak up, and I don't want to be silent. And I feel like everything that has happened with George Floyd and the riots that are happening, it's just, you can't turn your head away from that. It needs to be talked about. And I'm like, oh, hi Ken, thank you for joining. I feel like this is really necessary. My heart is hurting. I feel emotional just talking about this because it's really hard. And it's hard in my position because I get it. I am white. I do have that privilege. This is a hard, uncomfortable thing to talk about. And I don't think I've ever done a video like this. It's hard to talk about, but we have to talk about it because saying I'm not racist, but being silent is not enough. And I want to be an ally. Hi, Sophia. Thanks for joining. You said thank you for addressing this. Yeah, I know this is a heavier topic, but it's too important not to talk about. And I know that I'm on this side of this where I am white. I have not had to worry when I get pulled over by a cop that something horrible is going to happen, or be scared when I go into a grocery store, or be on that side of it. So it's hard for me because sometimes I feel like, oh, I am not in a place where I can talk about this. I don't want to be that naive person who, doesn't have that experience with it. But I also feel like it's not enough to be silent. We have to speak up. Even if it's not affecting us, we have to be an ally and we have to speak up. And the world is hurting. And it's impossible to think that this won't all affect us all. This is not something we can look away from or be like, oh, I'm not a part of this. We can't do that. And to try to be silent and not speak up, it's not enough. And my heart feels too heavy, so I knew I had to address it. And obviously I'm getting really emotional about this. I think it's hard because, and it might be different for other people, but I feel like in the past I've been so worried about offending people. I've been so worried with different things that I felt like I couldn't speak up if I didn't support the president because I didn't want to offend someone else. I couldn't speak up about being a feminist because I felt like at times, depending on who was in the room, it wasn't okay to talk about, and it was kind of discouraged, and I didn't want to offend people. But as I'm changing and healing from my own things in my past, I'm realizing that we have to speak up. We do. And even when it's uncomfortable, we have to speak up. And everything that happened with George Floyd is not right. Everything that has happened to lead up to this, all these wrongful deaths leading up to it, the racism that is a part of just our country and the upbringing and even just like the small little racist things that people don't think are racist, but they are. When you're saying you're colorblind, or when you say I'm not racist, but then you stay silent. Cindy says, I'm in Memphis, riots nightly, can't go out, it's sad. Yeah, it is sad. And it's sad that it's to this point where this is where we're at, and that people are feeling like they need to, like they don't have a voice. And how can you get the world to listen? How can you get the president to listen to you? How can you change this? And it's really hard. And I've been thinking about, okay, what can I do? What can I do in my home right now? Of course, I'm trying to teach my kids the right things. Of course, I want them to be aware of this and to start there. Oh, that's so kind. Yes. Yes. I know. Sending, Ken was talking about sending prayers. Yes. I think the world needs that right now. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place, but I think for me, I just barely watched, I don't know if you guys know, Miranda Sings. That's her character, but her actual channel is Colleen Ballinger, and she does Colleen Vlogs. She just did a wonderful video, and she'll be saying this more eloquently than I am, but she was talking about we need to be educated, is like the number one thing. We need to be educated. We need to speak up. We can't do I don't want to offend others, I'm going to walk on eggshells. We need to speak up, and that can start with really small things. And she was talking about, if someone says a racist joke, you shut it down. If you have a grandpa or somebody older who says these things, you have to stand up and say that, no, that's not right. And even if it's uncomfortable and it's hard, we have to speak up. We have to do these things. We have to be educated. We cannot turn away from this and say, well, that's on the news, it doesn't affect me. It does. It's affecting all of us. So she also, on her, Sophia says, thank you so much for speaking up. It honestly means so much to see people on our side. Thank you for saying that, Sophia. And I feel like, come here. Thank you for cleaning up.
I handed the dinosaur to Kenzie.
Did you hand the dinosaur to Kenzie? Good job. I'm so excited to see it.
That's my bubble gum.
Good job.
Into my trash.
Good job.
Yeah.
So, come here, Kenzie.
Come
here.
worse.
I'm doing a YouTube live stream.
It is not letting me.
You want to say hi?
No, you can't.
So,
Don't lie.
I think a part of it is
It's time to go to
speaking
bed.
up,
Yeah.
talking about it.
Then you gotta play well.
Chantel says, stay safe, girl. Your family is safe in my prayers. Thank you so much, Chantel. Yeah. Just a rough week, but I feel like being educated, talking about it, teaching our kids about it, and like I said, I'm still learning. I still have a lot to learn, but I don't want to stay silent, and I want to be an ally, and I want to do these things. I don't know if my kids will let me go too much longer, but if you want some links to go and to support these families who have been affected, on Colleen Ballinger's channel, so Colleen Vlogs, she has these links to go and to support these families. But I think we can move forward with love, with educating ourselves, and speaking up. And those are the beginning steps. And I understand that I am coming from a place of white privilege, and I'm still figuring this out and still figuring out the right thing to say. But I'm starting, and I'm trying to, and hopefully we can figure this out together. So I'm always open to educate me, help me, know what I can do. I'm in Utah right now, and there are massive riots happening in Salt Lake right now. Terrifying things because you are a very good mother. Oh, thank you so much, Chantel. You guys are so kind. With these protests, someone came out who was against the protesters, and he came out with a crossbow to shoot those who were protesting. And it's so extreme and it's so violent and it's so scary. Anyway, it's just a lot. And I feel like I've been feeling it all day. I've been feeling like tense, and Kelvin and I keep talking about it, and it's hard. I have friends in my writers group who I love and who are so wise, and they're speaking up about these issues, and then they're having comments and having people fight back against what they're saying. And so it's hard because you're still going to get that when you speak up, and I think that's the fear. But starting, even if it's the small steps of being educated, speaking up, and I really liked what Colleen said of like, even when you hear someone who says that racist joke or that one little thing, to speak up and say it's not okay. It's not okay. And there's been times where I've been quiet about it, and it's not okay anymore. So I'm trying my best as a mom to teach my kids the right things too. Anyway, I feel like it's been a lot. There's a lot hurting and going on. I'm gonna keep trying to educate myself, like I said. And anyway, I want you guys to stay safe. I'm sending love and trying my best to help the situation. I want to be a helper. Colleen had these different quotes on her video from Martin Luther King that were so beautiful and so empowering, and one of them talked about we can't stay silent. That's just as much the problem. So I'm trying to go forward. Thank you for joining and coming on and listening to my kind of all over the place with my kids running around and everything in the noise. But I felt like I wanted to come on and say something, and this was the beginning of that. And I'm going to be praying for those who are affected by this and by the hate. And it's hard and it's sad, and I want to help to make the change. So let's do these things together. Help me, because I want to be educated on these things, and I want to move forward and be a helper and teach my kids these right things. And anyway, help to be a solution to the problem. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being on here today, for always being kind and loving. Oh, Sophia, thank you so much for being so kind and always saying nice things and being a light. And I feel like that's the community that I've seen on here. And when I contrast that with like the dark, scary stuff that's happened and to happen to these families, and the things that are wrong that have happened, and it's frustrating, and you want justice for everyone. And every little kid growing up should feel safe, that they're safe, and that they can, grow up and be what they want to be. And I'm trying to like tell my girls to be empowered, and you can be anything you want to be. And it breaks my heart thinking of being on a side of that where you don't have those privileges, and every time you get pulled over by a cop, you are scared, and all the hate and the ugliness that surrounds that. So thank you guys for being on here and being light and encouraging and being patient with me as I'm still learning these things. And anyway, I hope that you guys will stay safe. I know there's just a lot happening right now, and this was a little more serious of a vlog, but just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'll have another family vlog up soon next week, but I hope you guys have a good, peaceful Saturday, a peaceful Sunday, and thank you so much for the kindness and for coming on here with the craziness that is live when I do it live with my family and my kids and all the noise. Sophia says if you get the chance to watch the movie The Butler, it's really good and gives you good insight. Thank you so much, Sophia. Okay, The Butler. Thank you for that suggestion. I want to hear these things, so please send me these things so I can be educated and know. You guys, hope you have a really good Saturday. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go now, help out kiddos, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.